Good morning from beautiful East Texas. I got a truck camper for sale. It's a 2013 model Arctic Fox 992. Okay, like I was saying, this unit's available for sale. Ask it $14,000. Make me an offer, and we'll see what we can get done. For contact information, go ahead.
My email is always in the description. Just send me an email and I'll get you two in touch with each other. If you have questions that we didn't cover, also you can ask it in the comments.
Yeah, just contact my videographer, and she's gonna kind of filter some calls for me, and serious inquiries only, please. Figure the best way to show you what's going on here is just to walk around, and we'll go through all the systems and show you how they operate, and then we'll walk inside and take a look around there. We're just gonna make a quick loop around here. We'll let down the Fox landing. Pretty handy. First thing I want to mention to you is up here on the specification label. This camper is pretty large. It actually, the weight on this thing is 3,645 pounds. It carries 47 gallons of water and 60 pounds of bottled gas. So you're going to require a 1-ton truck with a long bed to be able to utilize this. All right, next time, thing we'll do is we'll just we'll go ahead and stabilize the camper. We've already hooked up to shore power, but you don't have to have shore power for anything except for air conditioner, because it's got a solar panel on top that keeps two 12-volt batteries charged. They'll operate your slide out as well as your lights and everything else in there. Inside here, you've got a controller that plugs into this little Tyco Titan system. Push it on for manual. You can get a shot in there. There you go. Push it on him. That's also where your flush valves are for your sewer. Anyway, on your controller, you can activate all your electric jacks at one time. You can do them all at one time, or you can do each one individually. So let me see what we got going on over here. All right, it looks like they're all down and stable. Now we just need to grab a level. Grab a level. I know I don't, I can't sleep with my head downhill, so I always like to check this part up here where the bed is. It's fine. And then come back here and check your side to side with your level on your floor. And it looks good there too. One thing I'd like to comment is in case something happens and you're stuck out somewhere and your jacks are down and you can't get up, so you can't leave, one of the first things to go in here and check is there's fuses for each one of these jack legs. And they're in this storage compartment. So if you got a fuse puller, you could go in there and pull them and check them. Because that happened, I learned this the hard way. That happened to me one time, and it took forever to figure out what was going on. But the other thing is, if you're stuck somewhere and your fuse goes out and you don't have another fuse, the way to get out of this bind, the last resort, is you can pop this cap off the top of each one of these jacks, and I think it's a 3/4 socket you can put on a ratchet, and it'll take you a while, but you'll get out of there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull out the slide. This camper works. We got shore power hooked up now, but it has a solar panel on top. So it'll operate all this equipment on the solar panel if you don't have power, so you can boondock. Okay, slides out. Sometimes when you do that, it'll lean a little bit. You may want to go back in and adjust your jacks a little bit. The other thing I want to point out is on your shore power, it's really good if you have a dog bone. That allows you to, one end of it is 110 and the other one is a 30 amp plug. So if you're somewhere where you don't have a 30 amp plug, you get a dog bone and you can convert over. In addition to that, they also make some that go from 30 to 50. So you can convert that way also, depending on what you've got. This is all your storage, or some of your storage. And in here, one thing I'd recommend to get is these levelers. They come in real handy because these jacks are more for stabilization and just slight adjustments on leveling. If your front end's too low, you can use these and just make you a little hill and drive right up on them. They work pretty good. They're just like Legos. And you can make your little ramp, drive your front tires up on top of them, and that way you won't be sleeping with your head downhill. Okay, so now I figure we'll just walk around the camper and I'll show you the different systems and features of it. Well, before we leave here, let's go ahead and get some shade. It's a little warm out here and pretty dang humid. So you got an electric jack. Anyway, the electric jack is real nice for if you want to sit out here, you still got a little bit of rain, or just for shade on top of that. All right, let's go around the side of the camper. Here we got your hot water tank. Here's all your directions. This water tank will work off of gas or electric. I think it's about 6. I'm not for sure. I'd have to look at the detailed paperwork. This, if you're not too bashful and you're out somewhere in the woods and you just rather take an outdoor shower than an indoor shower, I believe I've got a hose that'll hook up to this, and you can sit out here and take you a shower in nature. Over here, we have your battery pack system. Like I said, it's solar charged. There's a little bracket right there, and this slides out. You can see that these are hooked in sequence, and all of this is the solar panel keeps these batteries hot. Easy in, easy out. Nice little tray there. In the event that you're hooked up in an RV park, the camper is satellite ready. It's got a TV inside. I've got coaxial cable over there in the storage unit that goes with it. Under here, this white fitting is where you hook in your park water. And then this black fitting is in case you want to flush your system. Oh, here's your potable water. Like I said, this unit, in case you're going out in the woods and you don't have any facilities, this unit will carry 47 gallons of potable water. And there's where you put it in. And it adds some weight, but it's nice to have water, because on the inside, if you're just pulling off of this, it has a little electric pump that keeps your lines pressurized. Okay? Over here, and these don't have locks because they're propane gas. And kind of like similar to the battery pack, you have a tray that will slide these out. And you have two 7.5 gallon tanks. I've never run out completely on fuel. I usually just run off of the first one, and instead of running off of both, and then when it's empty, I change it, and I just use that one until I can get to town and get me another tank. All right. Moving on around. One thing I want to mention, the maintenance that I had to have done to this camper. You can see up here on the night lights that what had happened is the old gaskets behind those lights had deteriorated, and it got water down in there. And it came down in and it settled underneath the bottom, and it had a little bow where the bottom piece of fiberglass had come unglued. Well, I took it to Clint's RV and I showed it to him, and he fixed it for me. And actually, I think it's fixed better than it was to start with. He took off this siding right here, got up in here underneath the bow and cleaned out all the old glue that was in there, built a scaffold. Of course, it was off the truck. Built a scaffold after it had dried out real good, and then put the new glue in there and dropped it back down on the scaffold to weight press it, and left it there for about 5 days. Then after that, he came back and gave it extra support. He's got these metal strips that glue up into some fiberglass all the way across in 2 places. So I don't think this is ever going to sag anymore. Right, moving over here, we've got the backside of your refrigerator freezer. One thing I want to let you know about this is it runs off electricity or gas. And if for some reason the gas is not working, you haven't used it in quite some time, there's a little orifice up in here. Sometimes a spider will get in there and build a spider web, and it'll restrict your gas flow. So you have to take these screws off and this off, and you go in there and blow it out, and you should be back in business. I've had to do that several times. Okay, here's your little heater vent. And as we showed before, here's your main storage for all your accessories. The other thing I want to mention, as far as the slide out goes, whenever you're getting ready to slide this thing back in, what I found that works really great that I've used is I get some Armor All and I spray it on the side of the slide and on the rubber gasket seal. And that makes it slide pretty easy, and it keeps your gasket material in good shape and keeps it from drying out. we'll leave that open for now. All right, so we've pretty much gone around the outside of the unit. Well, also, you ever sitting out here at nighttime, you want to plug in a fan, you've got some electric outlets right here. Here's where your sewer hoses are. You can pull them out. Be careful. If you see a wasp flying around this area, you may want to have you a can of wasp spray before you open it, because I have had a nest get in there before. Like I said, I haven't used this camper. That's why I'm selling it. I've probably been using it maybe once a year. When I first got it in 2016, heck, I covered like 20 states. I was using it all the time, but you know, you just grow out of things. Anyway, so right here is storage for tools. I think I've got some ratchet wrenches and various stuff. On this one, you have to take this screw out, drop that down, open that up. One thing that I had added extra to this unit is what they call a super hitch. And I don't remember what it is. It's about a 3-foot extension to get past this, so that I always pull a 8x12 Harley motorcycle trailer behind me when I'm traveling. The other thing that's going to be required besides the 1-ton truck and long bed is, like my bed is 8'4" on this truck. So you're going to need at least an 8-foot bed to carry this camper. And obviously you'll have to have tie downs on your vehicle, or have to have them installed. Very crucial. Can't go without them. Here is drains for when you get ready to winterize, or just get ready to empty your lines and your hot water tank. There you go. But that's not required, but it's pretty dang handy. This ladder will raise up. Here's your little catch. Will raise up to give you access. I use this for storage also. Actually, when it was brand new, this thing was equipped with a propane generator. Oop, I locked it instead of opened it. It was equipped with a propane generator, and you could put one in there right now. It's still all hooked up and set up and ready, but I'm just using it for storage. I got some mosquito repellent and some open end, box end wrenches there. Well, that's pretty much for outside, I believe. Let's see. Pin it back up. And I think that's it for outside. Let's go inside and take a look around. Woo, it's nice and cool in here. I'm surprised the windows aren't fogging. Oh, they are fogging up. Humidity's pretty thick here in East Texas. As you can see, the AC works good. Let's turn on some lights. And then there again, all of these lights will work off of your battery pack. Okay. One of the first things that I thought was a pretty cool feature about this unit is this little table's got a slide. Makes it a lot easier to get in and out of the couch. Even if you're over here and you're preparing food, say you run out of room, well, you got this whole area to turn around to and give you some more space to prepare food. There's shades on all the windows for privacy. Let's see. I just have to go around here and look at things one at a time to be able to tell you. Here is a sunroof for nice days. We'll go ahead and leave that open for now. Like I said, all these slides work. There's windows here. You can just crank them out. Here's storage. Here's storage. Here's a got a little Kenwood radio cassette player that works pretty good, and it actually has speakers inside as well as outside. Plates and such. A lot of times for some pots and pans, I just put them in here in the stove. They ride pretty good, don't clank around. This unit's also got a microwave. This stove is propane. You got your gas valves and a little spark valve. You got a microwave. Of course, you got to have shore power to run your microwave and your air conditioner because battery power is really not enough. Here's your control panel. Let me see, I think there's more lights up here. Let's see if I got everything on. Well, here's a hood light. That may help a little bit. But over here is your test button. It'll show your level on your gray tank, your black tank, your fresh water, and your battery condition. This button here is if you're boondocking and you're not hooked up into pressured water, you can turn that on and your electric pump will come on and it will suck water from your 47-gallon holding tank into your system and pressure up your lines. This is a hood light, and here's a hood fan that works. Now, if you did have a propane generator, here would be your start-stop switch and the hours used on your propane generator. Okay, moving along, we've got this stove here. Okay, that's it. This stove here, I lost a pin, so you're going to need to get a pin there, or you can just lay it up like that for whenever you're cooking. It's fine. Put the lid down. Makes a great place to, after you wash your dishes, put you a towel down, let them dry. Here's some storage. I usually keep some pots and pans, crock pot, coffee maker, stuff like that in there, and it stays pretty secure. Oh, here this. This is a knife rack in case you got some knives you like to use for chopping. Here is additional storage. Okay. Now, one thing to mention, this couch will fold out into a bed also. It folds out that way. Now, in the event that you don't have enough room, this table will come out also. It comes apart, it'll come off by pulling up here, or you can pull the legs all the way out from down here. Another thing to point out, they use every bit of space on this camper. They have storage here. Here's your broom. Pretty much got to be outside to get it out though. And here's a crank that goes to your manual awning on the other side. I would have opened that awning, but that bush is kind of in the way right now. And it's been a long time since I opened it, so I'm not sure what condition the fabric's in. The next thing we'll talk about is the refrigerator and the freezer. This is Norcold. It has settings for AC, auto, or LP gas. Right now we've got it on, we just turned it on and we've got it on AC auto. So if you're hooked up to electricity, it's going to run off electricity. If you're not, it'll run off of gas, or you can move it over here just to run on LP gas. You have your temperature settings, and then this toggles your mode. There's your on off, and it works great. It keeps stuff really cold. These guys thought of everything. They use every bit of space possible in this camper. I thought this was pretty cool. Little slide out rack for spices, cans, anything else you want to carry, and then there's additional room down there in that hole that goes all the way back as well. There's nothing in there now. Now, you know, you're going to need a shower, okay? And this unit actually has a dry shower. Got a couple little towel racks here on the back of the door. Come in here and get a shot of the shower. It's actually got a dry shower, so you don't have to sit on top of the commode to take a shower. Got a little curtain with some magnetic buttons down there that hold it. Well, people always ask, how much room's in your shower? Keep in mind, we're in the bed of my truck. And thank goodness that we've got this little sunlight up here, because I'm 6 feet tall, and I can stand up straight. So the other thing is this is flexible hose. You can put it up here, you can get your shower, and you've actually got room to do it right here in the back of your truck. Got a nice little, in case you come in with a wet swimsuit or something like that and you want to dry it out. Shower works. You got hot, cold. You got storage in here in the bathroom. Of course, you've got lights here. You've got storage for your towels and your laundry things. This little mirror swings out. Got more storage over here for other things in your bathroom. Here's your little towel holder. Got some more storage here underneath. Even got a, looks like a first aid kit down there. Anyway, flush handle on the bottom. This is an exhaust vent. You can unscrew that and raise the lid, and then turn your fan on to suck out the humidity. There's another light. Okay. That pretty much does it for the living room kitchen. Here in the bedroom, you've got a queen size bed. Oh, I tell you what, this helps. It is a little bit of a step up. So if you're a short-legged person, this right here comes in real handy. You get in here and let's see, got little reading lights here that are adjustable in case you want to do some reading on each side. You've got storage here, and some work needs to be done on these hinges and screws on this one. You've got hanging clothes you can put in here, and then you have the same setup on the other side plus more. You've got another set of clothes hangers. You've got more storage like this, additional storage over here for some more clothes. And you've got a plug over here. You've got a plug over here. I wear a CPAP because I'm an old fat guy with sleep apnea. And comes in handy to have a plug right there and a SIPI unit right there. In here is a carbon monoxide detector. Over here on the back side, of the wall. You got another skylight here in the bedroom. Now, one thing that's really cool about this unit is they have something called a fantastic fan. And it's right here. And you can crank up the lid, and then you can turn this fan on, and I mean, it blows some air. And the good thing about it is it blows down on your body, and it doesn't blow in your face. Oh. Well, I don't know why they have that in here, but there's a little leather thing that you can, oh, I guess it's for keep the sun out of your eyes. You can plug in, punch in right up here if you want to really dark it out. Here's a little shelf back here. I want to put some books or whatever you're doing back in here.
Now, are there any plugs over here?
One right down there by the bottom of the couch. If you're in the mountains and the climate's real nice, you don't need any air conditioner. You just turn on this fantastic fan, you sleep like a baby. One of the last things I wanted to show you is this TV. Like I said, right now it's set up for the bedroom, but you can pull this pin and it has arms where you can swing it around. It ain't the very best view, but you can swing it around and sit here and watch it from the couch. That TV, it's got hookups there for your cable. If you're in a park and you have cable, go ahead and hook it up. Otherwise, if you're close enough to a city, you can go ahead and scan it for channels, and a lot of times it'll just pick them up on the antenna. Well, let's see. Here's switches. Here's a thermostat in case you want to run heat off of gas. It's got gas heat, and you can run off of gas. I think your vents are, here's a vent, here's a vent, here's a vent. What else did I not show? Oh, here's the refrigerator freezer. It's actually got quite a bit of room. You got all these side trays on each part. That freezer gets really, really cold. So does the refrigerator. Okay. Okay, yeah, here was something that I needed to show. Here is your solar charger panel, and it'll show you the level of charge in your batteries out there. There's your fire extinguisher. Currently it's 14.2 volts, but we're hooked up to electricity. Normally, if I'm not hooked to electricity, it sits at about 13.7. This is for your water heater. If you want to run off electric, you turn it on here. If you're running off of gas, you can turn it on over here. That's what I was using earlier to slide the slide in and out at this location. I'll turn another light on. And there's the control for taking the awning in and out. Under here, come on around this way. Under here, I don't know if you can see, but that box right up in there is where your fuses are. So like I said, if you ever have a problem with one of your electric jacks, the first thing to do is check your fuse. I don't know if you can see that or not. Check your fuses. And you've got an inverter in there for your power conversion. There may be some more manual stuff you can operate to bypass, but I'm not an expert. I've just used it. You got some more drawers here. Various crap in them. You get a pretty good bit. More here. Here's another carbon monoxide detector. Show them that the sink, you got a sink there. All right, so we're sitting in here, panning around the room. I'm sitting over here on the corner of the couch, and I'm panning around the room. Open that door to the bathroom, will you? Into the bedroom. And I'm sitting here thinking, man, it's hard to believe you're sitting here in the bed of my pickup truck, ready to go down the road. Happy trails.